What's happening, guys? Superstitions and taboos many Filipinos still believe in today. Coming up. What's happening, guys? Hope you guys are all doing well. Check out my new cap. This is my fishing cap. I think I look good in it. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's it just looks good. I like it. It's got the American flag. It's just got that. I just like it. So I thought, why not? I'm going to show it off. Haven't been able to go fishing yet, but guess what, man? I got some great news. I was just informed by my boss today. I got 2 more days to go, and he's giving me the weekend off. I don't even know what to say to that. I wanted to give him a hug, but he told me to get away from him. I was just shocked. My new mechanical valve started clicking louder of excitement, and I thought, this just isn't happening. What happened that you decided to give me a weekend off? Anyhow, just jobbing, guys. But yeah, got the weekend off. Think I'm going to be able to do a little fishing this weekend. Definitely going to get out there, get it done. I got my rod, I got my tackle, I got everything ready to go. I got my cap, got my license, ready to do it. Funny thing, guys, my wife was mentioning to her dad about a fishing license here, and he's like, fishing license? What do you need a fishing license for? Back in the Philippines, you don't need that. So she was explaining it to him, saying, you know, basically you need a license to fish here because most places that you fish, it's all controlled. Okay, they stock it with fish. In other words, you know, like the commission, game commission, the fish commission through, you know, through your state, it's all controlled. They raise the fish and then they throw it into creeks or streams and ponds and lakes, things like that. So it's a controlled environment. So therefore you need to have a fishing license just to catch a certain fish. Like I had to have, I paid for my fishing license, okay, and then I also had to pay, in order to catch trout, a trout fish, I had to pay extra for that fish. And then salmon. This is Pennsylvania, y'all. I don't think I'm going to catch salmon anywhere here. So why am I paying for that? I might be wrong about that, but I don't think you can catch salmon. It's just their way of getting extra money from the people. That's just how I look at it. So anyhow, putting all that aside, taboos and superstitions of the Philippines. These are things supposedly Filipinos still believe in today. Now I know there's certain things, even my wife's mom, she believes in. Don't ever put change on a table. If you ever lose change, peso, whatever, don't leave it sitting on a table. Yeah, I kind of forgot why. Probably shouldn't have brought that up. Bad luck or something like that. I don't even know. You know, the Philippines has a history of colonizers, and it has a strong influence on the culture and traditions for the Philippines, I guess. So if that makes any sense. Some of the things that I brought up, which is interesting, when sitting at a dining table for a meal, and if somebody gets up to leave before everybody's done eating, okay, everybody at the table should turn their plates to ensure safe travels for the person leaving. Is that true, guys? Is that something that you all still believe in over there? I don't, you know, I don't know. So basically, what it's saying that I'm trying to read some of the stuff that I wrote down, guys. So if you're all sitting at a dining table and you're having a meal and somebody decides to get up and they have to leave, everybody should turn their plates to ensure safe travel. Now, what do you mean by turning your plate? Turn it a certain way? Turn it upside down with food on it? I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what that's all about. After another meal superstition that is believed is that the table should not start being cleared while people are still eating. Which I guess I can understand that. I mean, maybe somebody's not done eating the, you know, adobo that you got sitting there. You know, I want some more of that adobo, but yet I can't because you just took it from the table. If this is done, it's believed that the last person left dining will live a lonely life. Oh, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Is that true, guys? I'm not making fun of it. I try to understand it. Another belief is to don't go straight home after attending a wake. This superstition is called, I hope I can say this correctly, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm probably going to be wrong because I'm absolutely horrible at pronouncing the language there. Peg, P-A-G, P-A-G, peg. The shaking off of dirt. In the context of wake, it means going elsewhere after attending the wake before heading home to shake off the spirit of the deceased, lest it follows you home. Is that true? Superstitions surrounding wakes are among the most widely practiced by Filipinos still today. Another is that the family of the deceased, should not drop off visitors at the door upon saying goodbye, as it symbolizes dropping them off at their own deaths. And as for serving food at wakes, be it heavy meals or light snacks, at Filipino wakes is customary. Visitors should not make the mistake of taking any home with them, be it a small piece of candy, as it signifies inviting misfortune into your home. Is that true, guys? I find it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I know my wife was telling me, even her mom, guys, one thing you need to know about me is I forget about things and I don't always remember what it's all about, but it has something to do with wearing certain colors at certain times. I don't know. Red. The number of steps of staircases at home should not be divisible by 3. Is this true? Enter a Filipino household with a staircase and begin chanting oro, plata, mata, taking one step up with each word, most likely upon reaching the top step. The chant will end with either oro or plata. This is because many Filipinos will go to great lengths to avoid ending in mata. Mata, M-A-T-A, mata, am I saying that correct? Mata, which denotes bad luck. The 2 preceding words, on the other hand, obviously denote good fortune. So even steps in your home, there's a superstition about that, I guess. Didn't know that. It's interesting. Siblings should not marry within the same year. Is this true? This superstition is called Sukob, S-U-K-O-B, and advises against siblings marrying within the same year, as it is said to divide the luck between the two marriages. Another type of Sukob, Sukob, S-U-K-O-B, Sukob. Am I saying that right? Sukob. Guys, I'm terrible with this. Sukob advises against marriages within the same year as the death of an immediate family member. Pushing to do so is considered bad luck. Whew, okay. Are these things things that you're taught? Like, now listen, I'm not saying that everybody does this, everybody believes this, but you know, supposedly there's still a lot of, you know, superstitious stuff that Filipinos believe in over there. And I know is what it is. I mean, okay, so another wedding related superstition is that the bride should never try on her dress before the big day. This is said to bring bad luck and cause the cancellation of the union. Is this true? I know here they got to get themselves all decked out and everything before they get married, so they need to try their dresses on, their gowns, and they want to know how they're going to look before they walk out into that, you know, raw of people, you know, there to see them being married. I don't know, I guess that's kind of a cool thing, man. In the Philippines, I mean, why wouldn't you just wait? Just wait to put it on. Do it the day that you're getting married. Okay, surprise yourself. Why not? Serve Pancit, which is noodles, at celebrations, especially birthdays. Now I know they serve that all the time. That's a very popular dish. It's being served no matter what. This ever-present dish of Filipino gatherings is believed to represent long life. I love Pancit. Long stomachs too. Know what I'm saying? While Filipinos today may joke and laugh about actually believing that this noodle dish is served for long life, it remains a staple at nearly every birthday feast. Yes, it does. Pancit is wonderful. My problem is the noodles itself. Let me tell you all about something. Give me a second, guys. I know it's gross, but hey, come on now. A few years ago, I had to have my upper teeth removed. Okay? I had problems with my gums, and it just was a bad thing. My teeth hurt really bad. Just had a condition with my gums, so I had to have them removed, and I got falsies now in the top. So any thin noodle, this has nothing to do with all this, but I'm just saying that certain things you have to be careful what you eat, because you have this false disc resting on your normal disc in your mouth. Okay, so a lot of times you're not getting the filling that you normally would without having this. Okay, so real fine noodles, like real thin noodles, like angel hair noodles, you got to be careful with that because you can actually choke on them. So when I do eat Pancit, I try to eat very little of it, and I make sure that I chew it up very, very good. That has nothing to do with any of this, but you know, I just got off track there again, and I just thought I would share it, you know, because I have a bad habit of doing these things. You know, my mind will take me somewhere else. And before I realized that, Bill, this is not what the video is about. People don't really want to hear about your false teeth. People really don't care. Okay, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. Anyhow, be careful when showing fondness over babies. Is this true? It's difficult to restrain from playing with cute babies or complimenting their parents on their adorable features. You know what I'm saying? But doing so in the Philippines, it's believed by some to be a potential cause of illness, referred to as either, USOG, 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 or Bati, B-A-T-I, Batai. I don't know. Superstition says that when a person with strong energy greets a child, the child may soon after suffer from unexplainable discomfort. That's why it's especially in the countryside, older people know to say, oh, come on, man. P-W-E-R-A, U-S-O-G, puera, usog, whatever, when showing fondness. Guys, I know I'm going to hear all kinds of comments about this. I can't pronounce it, daggone it. I just can't do it. P-W-E-R-A-U-S-O-G. There it is, okay? When showing fondness over children. Now, this is meant to counter any usog, a sog, usog, you, or is the U silent, sog, usog, that may have happened otherwise. If this isn't said, and parents attribute certain maladies of their children to usog, they may ask the greeter to smear their saliva on the suffering child's forehead as a cure. Seriously, guys, is this for real? Does this really happen? Moving on. Respect the elementals. Filipino folklore is rich with a variety of elementals, from giants smoking tobacco to small grumpy old men living in anthills. Okay, I guess that would be me. Stories of these creatures fill the childhoods of many Filipino children. Is this true? Inciting both intrigue and fear. Many superstitions still surround the beliefs in such creatures today. Among the most practiced is the saying of Tabay Tabay Po. Tabay Tabay Po. Excuse me. When passing through places where elementals are likely to dwell. These places are usually outdoors, such as anthills and balete trees. Come on, man. Failure to do so and disturbing such creatures may lead to unexplained sickness that can be only cured by a folk healer. They have another word there for it, but I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to say it because I'm horrible with this language. I just can't get it. Thank you. Salamat. Salamat is thank you. Is yes. That's all I know. If you ever get the chance to check out the video I did on trying to learn your language, check it out. Probably the funniest thing you're ever going to see. Other such beliefs include the assumption that when items around the house go missing and reappear, this is caused by duendes, D-W-E-N-D-E-S, or playful elves. Seriously. Come on, guys. Playful elves. Another manifestation of these beliefs is the history of a very common line used by Filipinos when knocking on someone's door, which means person is po. T-A-O, te po. Te po? Po. And I've heard that many times, like, thank you, po, you know, or Salamat po, things like that. I hear that all the time in the Philippines. My wife says it's just a way of respect, I guess. I believe I have that correct. Many assume it refers to the knocker calling out to ask if there are any people inside, when actually it is said to stem from the knocker, reassuring the people inside that he or she is a person and not a possible harm or supernatural creature. Guys, is this true? I find it all extremely interesting. I love everything about the Philippines. Although I may not believe in this sort of thing, I respect their beliefs. A lot of people have said, well, they're Catholic. That's a Catholic country. They have a different belief system. Let me tell you something. They don't have a different belief system. We all believe in the same God, okay? And I don't know what it is about around the world or people that claim to be Christians say that Catholic people tend to have a different belief system. Like, we pray to the Virgin Mary. Well, the Bible says you are not to praise anybody but God himself. Okay? God is God, and God is the one that we praise and give thanks to. And I said, well, honestly, I have never seen my wife praying to the Virgin Mary. They have respect. They share respect to the Virgin Mary. Okay? Here in people's yards that are Catholic, you usually see the Virgin Mary. They got a statue of the Virgin Mary usually in their yards. Okay? You don't see the statue of Jesus. You see the Virgin Mary. I have often, growing up, thought about that. Why are they portraying the Virgin Mary when it's really, God we're supposed to be giving praise to? Are they I don't like touching too much on this subject. Now, I have told my family, I have told other people that when I am in the Philippines, I have gone to many different churches there. And I have shed tears watching on how the people are just giving praise. And, it's a different situation there because people don't have what we have, okay? And these people are giving praise to God because they just want a better life. They want to be able to put food on their tables. And I don't judge on anybody's religion. It's not me to put a judge on any of that. As far as these superstitions and beliefs, I am not one to judge on that. If this is how, you got to keep something in mind that, it's a culture that was brought up differently, and it's what they know, it's what they do. And if you're taught this as a child, you're going to continue to follow that, correct? I don't know what time of the year it is. My wife tells me all the time, but I can't remember anything. Where y'all go to the grave sites and you show respect towards your loved one. Okay, you spend the whole day with them, or is it a couple days? I don't even remember. But here, people hear of this and they're like, "What? Seriously? Why would you go and sit at a grave site day and night and have your meals there?" And they just don't understand. Me, personally, I'll give you my opinion. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. These were your loved ones, whether it be your mom, your dad, a child, sister, brother. You miss them. And they're no longer there. They're hopefully, walking in you know, God's kingdom. God prepares a place for all of us. I don't see anything wrong with going and hanging out with that loved one. It isn't any different than how it is here, where people go and visit their loved ones at the gravesite, whether it be Memorial Day, Veterans Day, birthday, it doesn't matter. I've seen people going to a gravesite and they're laying over their gravesite because they miss them so much. It's harder for other people to get through the rest of their life when a certain loved one may pass, because they were such a big influence in your life and they meant everything to you. Which I've often thought about what it must be like for a couple that has been married for 50, 60 years. And either the husband or the wife had passed. How difficult that must be to spend your remaining days here without that person. It's a very touchy thing. When my wife told me I don't remember what holiday it is, guys, where you guys go to the gravesite over there and pay your respects to your loved one and hang out. And I at first was like, whoa, really? That's interesting. But when you really think about it, it really isn't any different than how it is here. It's just that in the Philippines, you all take it to a different level. You stay there, and I think it's a couple days, isn't it? I don't think it's just one day. I think it's a few days. Hats off to you, man. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's wonderful to go to be with, even though that person is, you know, it's just the remains of a body. You know, your soul is to, you know, hopefully with the Lord, it's just a body, the remains of that person. But, you know, like I said to my wife, you know, it doesn't matter. When my stepdad died, he died Christmas Day in 1991. And I don't visit his gravesite enough. But he was also a veteran of the military. He was in World War II. And, you know, the thing is, it doesn't matter that it's just, it's just basically bones in the outfit that you put them in while they were buried. But still, it's your loved one. It is the remains of your loved one. And it shouldn't, you know, I think about him a lot. I think about my stepdaughter that died in 2006. I think about close friends of mine that had died. It's interesting. So once again, I have taken this video to a different level, just as I usually do. But anyhow, guys, the superstitions, the belief system in the Philippines, it is what it is. You either accept it or you don't. While you're there, though, I would suggest you just sit back, okay, and just, it is what it is. You don't have a right to interfere with what they believe in, okay? There it is. That's how I look at it. So be it. That doesn't mean I love the Philippines any the less. I love the Philippines a lot, and I'm just, you know, can't get enough of it. So there you go. I'm done. I'm done, guys. I got the weekend off. Pretty excited. Gonna go do some fishing. I wanted to fly my drone, but kind of given up on that drone. It's got a mind of its own, and it wants to do its own thing, and it upsets me. And I already put it in a tree once, so it's pretty much off limits. So video's been long enough, guys. I'm looking at a 30-minute video here, so you guys keep it real, okay? Leave me a comment. Let me know about some of these things I was talking about, because it's very interesting. It really is. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit that bell so that you guys know when the next video is coming. And subscribe to my channel now. Come on, subscribe. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Keep it real. Love the ones you're with. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.